I'm on my way to boxing class in about 10 minutes, so I'm gonna make this video as quick as possible. I wanna talk about the pressure men feel to be okay at all times, right? We're supposed to be big and tough and strong, never cry, always take care of everyone, protect and provide. But we're just humans, just like women are, and sometimes shit's not okay. And I think what happens to us when we have to suppress those feelings and emotions and feel like it's unacceptable and not man-like, not masculine, to break down, to cry, to feel emotional, to have to rest and recover. It's super unhealthy. It's like a really toxic culture that is promoted, and I think it's reflected in suicide rates. It's like fucking 99% of suicides are men. Obviously, I can't speak to the challenges of being a woman. I know that those are totally legitimate and unique in their own way. This is not a men versus women or one gender's better type of video, but all I can speak to is my experience being a man. And I feel that some of my purpose in life is to try to be relatable to, connect with, and offer some sense of guidance and comfort towards other men, because it's oftentimes lonely. Oftentimes guys don't feel like they can reach out to other guys. We're all in competition with one another for resources, money, status, women. And while that is true, you know, there's definitely a competitive element to life, and it's, you know, men and women have to compete with one another. But I think that that's not a very empowering way to live. It's a fear-based lifestyle and scarcity lifestyle. I think that we can support each other as brothers and be there for one another, because I'm tired of seeing guys fucking kill themselves. It happened to someone yesterday in the fitness community, and it happens all the time. And it doesn't have to be that way. Like, if we could just all collectively release the pressure on being flawless as a man, always having an answer, always being the rock, always being stable, and instead didn't feel such like guilt and shame and embarrassment when we were off. Maybe you got fucking fired. Maybe you know, went bankrupt. Maybe your business partner flipped on you. Maybe you got betrayed in a relationship. There's so many things that are a part of life, and I'm not advocating for just like victimizing yourself and being a bitch, but when you try to falsely be okay when you're not okay and just continually charge ahead and throw more weight on the bar, you know, work an extra 4 hours at the office, make 30 more sales calls, get 2 hours less sleep, like just go. When you're younger, I think it works. That's what I did throughout my 20s. And then if the stress and trauma builds up long enough, you crack. And that's where, you know, worst case scenario happens to some men that feel like they just simply have no other option. They've tried everything they could to manage their own life and they can't, and they don't want to play the game anymore and they check out. I understand that feeling. I know that feeling. And I just don't think it has to be that way. Like, yes, life is hard, but men don't need to feel alone, and like it's just fucking our birthright to have to deal with shit and always have a smile on our face or always be non-reactive to things. Like, it's healthy and natural to cycle through periods of high energy and confidence and motivation and drive and work, and then periods of rest and recovery. Bears hibernate all winter long, and they're some of the most badass animals on the planet when they are in their peak during the summer. And I feel like it makes sense to me that that's the way it's supposed to be. You can't just be on 24/7 as a man without, you know, expecting the worst at some point of just having a complete mental break. I think the reason I'm speaking about this is because I'm always just trying to speak about whatever's going on in my life and whatever I have experience with in any given moment. And right now, that is what's going on. I feel like I tried to be okay for a long time while not being okay. And it did lead to some really bad consequences in my life. So if I can maybe prevent other people from continuing to forge down the same path, and guys continuing to stay in competition with one another, continuing to feel like it's just always, you gotta be fake about what you're actually going through, and instead just be like, I'm fine, everything's fine. Because I mean, dude, I of all people love the Andrew Tate mindset of like, nobody cares, work harder, fuck your feelings. I really do think it has its time and place, but you gotta check in with yourself. You gotta spend enough time with yourself to understand, is my health and the health of those around me that care about me in question right now by me continuing to try to just bulldoze through whatever life is throwing at me right now? And do I need therapy? Do I need mental support? Do I need medication? Do I need, breath work, plant medicine? There's a lot of avenues to look. I've opened up Pandora's box in the last couple months, and it's not something that is going to yield benefits immediately. It's more of like a mindset shift of me now starting to feel like there's nothing wrong with me. I'm not a man because of admitting these things and saying like, look, I need help, like shit's fucked up and I can't fix it on my own. The weight is too heavy, my shoulders are not broad enough yet. I have more to learn, I have more to grow. And yes, of course, one day I do want to be able to have the weight of the world on my shoulders and protect and provide for my wife and my family and my community and be a leader. But that doesn't happen overnight. I'm still growing up, and I'm asking questions to those that I believe know more than me, and then trying to funnel it back to you guys. So I think, I know I said I wanted to keep this one short and sweet. Probably got like 9 minutes now till I got to get into boxing. But check up on your boys. There's some scientific explanation of a 12-minute phone call with a friend being all it takes to shift your perspective on life. I don't know who came up with that, but it's true in my experience. I've always got a ton of energetic boost from having phone calls with my best guy friends, and it probably means more than you know. And because of us as men being so conditioned from a young age to just not really express the depths of what's actually going on and how serious of a position we might be in, a lot of times you wouldn't know. A lot of times the most depressed, beat down person is smiling because they don't want to burden other people, and it's adding to the depression, having to live that double life and have the fake smile on because people are just used to you being the funny guy, or used to you being the inspirational guy or the motivational guy or the athlete or the gym dude. When you feel like that is what's expected of you, it makes it even harder to be okay, because you shame spiral and guilt trip yourself into come on, get out of this. Why do you feel this way? Why can't you be how people want you to be? So anyway, check on your boys. It's easy. We've all got 12 minutes to spare. You never know how much it can mean to someone. That's all I got for you guys today. Like and subscribe. As always, drop ideas for future videos you want me to talk about, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.